Hello dear fans. What is electric current? Many people confuse electric current with electric voltage. But they are not the same thing. Although these terms are interconnected with each other, they denote completely different physical quantities. Instructions. Step 1. Electric current is a process that occurs in a conductor when an electric voltage is applied to it. The intensity of this process, called the amperage, depends on the applied voltage and the resistance of the conductor. The higher the voltage and the lower the resistance, the stronger the current. Step 2. In metals, the current arises due to the movement of charge carriers, free electrons, between the nodes of the crystal lattice. In other solid conductors, the current is caused by electrons jumping from one atom to another. In semiconductors, both electron and hole currents are possible, and a hole is not called a particle at all, but the place of its absence. The hole current moves in the direction opposite to the direction of motion of the electrons. There are semiconductors with electronic and hole conductivity, and its type depends mainly not on the substance itself, but on the composition of impurities in it. In liquids and gases, current carriers are mainly ions, in vacuum, freely flying electrons. Step 3. Despite the fact that the direction of the current depends on what particles of what charge carry it, its conditional direction is the following: inside the power source, from minus to plus, outside it, from plus to minus. This direction was taken as conditional long before it became clear that electrons, the most common of current carriers, actually move in the opposite direction. Step 4. Electric current is measured in amperes, named after the French physicist André-Marie Ampère. 1,000th of an ampere is called a milliampere, a millionth a microampere. 1,000 amperes is called a kiloampere, a million amperes is called a megampere. Step 5. A device for measuring current strength is called an ammeter. There are also milliammeters, microammeters, etc. The most sensitive are mirror and electronic microammeters. The current can also be measured in a non-contact magnetic field using an instrument called a clamp meter. Step 6. Excessive current through the conductor can lead to its melting, ignition of its insulation. To protect against such situations, fuses and reusable circuit breakers, briefly called automatic devices, are used. Step 7. The current passing through the human body is felt at a value of 1 milliampere. At 10 milliamperes it becomes dangerous, at 50 milliamperes it can become fatal, at 100 milliamperes it almost always becomes so. Step 8. If the load has negative dynamic resistance, the current through it must be limited. That is why all gas discharge lamps are not fed directly, but through ballasts. Thanks for watching.